Hello the awesome people out there, I'm Chris and I make bookish content in this channel. So if you're new to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button because that does helps in growing my channel. I'm here today to talk about this book named The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad, written by Twinkle Khanna. Twinkle Khanna is not only an author, she is a newspaper columnist, film producer and an actress. The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad has been published in 2016 by Juggernaut Publishers. When I heard the name The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad, I thought it is a title of the whole book, and whole book is a novel, but it turned out to be the collection of 4 short stories, and The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad is being the title of the first story. All the 4 stories concentrates on feminism. So today in this video I'm going to talk about my opinions and my views on these 4 short stories. So the titles of these short stories are: first one, The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad; 2, Salam Noni Appa; 3, If the Weather Permits; 4, The Sanitary Man from a Sacred Land. So talking about the first story, The Legend of Lakshmi Prasad, being the shortest one among the 4 stories, describes about a situation of a girl named Lakshmi Prasad where her elder sister is being married and sent to her in-laws. After a few months she becomes pregnant and comes back to her home and gives birth to a female child. Her in-laws refuses to take her to their home just because she gave birth to a girl child. This situation brings great impact on Lakshmi Prasad, where she comes up with this revolutionary idea which doesn't only change her life, also the lives of future female generations, which being the X factor of the story. So this story, having a strong protagonist, explains how a girl should be dependent on herself, which brings a great impact on both male and female readers. So moving on to the next story, Salam Noni Appa, which talks about an elderly Muslim lady named Noni Appa. Her husband has been passed away many years ago and her daughter lives far away from her, but her younger sister Binni lives near to her. They usually meet up and they usually catch up every day and have some great time. Her sister Binni has this weird habit of changing habits. She starts showing interest in particular thing and then gradually she loses interest in it and then she switches to another habit. So that's how she starts attending classes of yoga. A man named Anandji every day comes to her home and teaches yoga to Binni and Noni Appa. So usually Binni starts losing interest in yoga, but Noni Appa continues to attend yoga classes with Anandji. As Noni Appa continues to attend classes of yoga with Anandji, she builds friendship with Anandji and they both grew close together. So suddenly Noni Appa starts having feelings for Anandji, but she couldn't help with them. She gets so afraid of thinking about Anandji, which is so wrong as per societal norms. Anandji is not only younger than Noni Appa but also married. So this story shows how Noni Appa had dealt with this confusing situation which is entangled with many other factors. So the third story, If the Weather Permits, is about a young Malayali Christian girl named Elisa Thomas who has a different perspective about marriage in a man's life. The storyline was much convincing, but the way author had portrayed it, I felt somewhat weird, because of which I'm not talking much about this story now. So moving on to the next, last and the most crucial story in this book named The Sanitary Man from a Sacred Land, which is actually inspired by the story of Mr. Padma Shri Arunachalam Muruganandam. He has been portrayed as Bablu Kevat in the book, in the story. He is a man who had meager education but had a great intention to contribute to female menstrual hygiene, for which his whole family had abandoned him, but he had stood with a strong intention. So he had manufactured this machine which makes sanitary pads. He had sold those machines to women so that they can produce sanitary pads and they can provide to women and girls who can't afford sanitary pads, or they had only meager amount to afford sanitary pads. So his intention was to make women to produce sanitary pads and make money and depend on themselves for money, and also to provide sanitary pads. So this is how he had contributed for the menstrual hygiene of women. This story explains how men can also contribute to feminism, not only by words, also by the actions. So all the 4 short stories in this book mainly concentrates on feminism and also gives a great impact on readers, gives maturity, and tells about how society should be towards female. So this book provides you maturity and this makes you think. So this had been a great impact on me and I loved this book. Talking about the writing style, it was very easy. Newbies can blindly pick up this book and it also gives you a great impact, except talking about this if the weather permits, because this particular story hadn't given me the vibe which all the other three had given me. So on whole, I'll give this book 4.5 stars out of 5 and highly recommend people to read this. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked what you have watched so far, consider liking this video and hitting that subscribe button, and also hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. This is Chris signing off and meet you all in my next video. Bye bye.